heart is beating. About 5 more minutes. Yeah. Welcome. We'll be starting soon. Tune in. What? In the introduction? Like, Nathan. She says maybe it's worth mentioning to say that we're streaming. Okay, I just want Miss Merkel. Ah, we good? All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Andre Monadir, and on behalf of East Valley High School and the AP College and the High School Government class, I would like to welcome you all to tonight's community forum. Tonight, we're discussing the upcoming replacement levies being voted on by citizens in the East Valley School District. Ballots for these levies have been sent out and are expected to reach each household by tomorrow, January 24th, and can be mailed back until February 11th. Now, over the next hour, we will discuss the specifics of the levies, including exactly what you will be voting on, the financial implications, and everything that this money will go towards. And if at any point you need a snack or drink, we have coffee, cookies, and cinnamon rolls over there. Thank you to Andy Stevens and Cinnabon. Now, without further ado, please welcome Gabby and Kelvin.
See, hello, I'm Kelvin and this is Gabby. I will be explaining what both a levy and a bond is and the differences between both of these. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so okay. A bond is a contract between taxpayers and the school district. Bonds are used because of a district's need to borrow large amounts of money. This is paid back to the citizens with the promise to pay back based on taxes that get collected at an annual interest rate. With the passing of a bond, the school will be able to receive the money up front, and this provides the district with the funding that can be used as soon as possible. To pass a bond, a 60% voter rate approval is required. And with a levy is an act of a government collecting taxes from its citizens to cover the costs associated with conducting a business, or in this case, a school district of a city, state, or county. Unlike a bond, with a levy, funds are received to the institution over time instead of all at once. In order to pass a levy, a 50% voter approval rate is required, and East Valley is running a levy.
Oh, I'm kind of sorry for my attire right now. I just got out of basketball practice. So I'll be explaining EP&O and a capital levy. In EP&O, which people are used to seeing M&O, the legislator created a name change from M&O, which is maintenance and operation, to the EP&O, which is education programs and operations. Both levies provide general operating funds that supplement state and federal funding for public schools, and also provide for extra beyond basic education. They both accomplish the same thing. And a capital levy, which is a tax on capital or property as contrasted with a tax on income, which is a direct tax. A capital levy enables the government to manage non-reoccurring emergencies. And East Valley will be voting on two levies, which is the capital levy and the EP&O. And now we'll be introducing money, which is Gage and Jessica.
My name is Jessica,
And I'm Gage.
and we will be discussing what the proposed levies will actually mean for you as taxpayers. The two levies that the East Valley School District is proposing will keep the property tax at a flat rate of $6.22 per every $1,000 of your property value. The district is looking to both keep your tax rate the same for the next 4 years and lower than what it was 2 years ago. As in 2018, the rate was at $6.65. As housing price fluctuates, the rates of the EP&O levy and the capital levy will change, but the cumulative rate will always remain the same at $6.22. What this means is that as housing prices change, the school district and the government will adjust the rates so that as the EP&O tax increases, the capital tax will decrease, and vice versa, so you will never pay more than $6.22. It's also worth noting that these two levies are not in addition to the ones active now. These are replacements for the current ones, which are due to expire at the end of 2020. The reason that the levies are on this ballot rather than next year's is that the district needs to establish a budget prior to the start of the 2020-2021 school year.
So just to visualize exactly what she said, as you can see with the graph right there, the green is the total cost that the levy will be, and then the three other lines represent each of the taxes that make up the total for the levy. And even though the three down there fluctuate, the total is planned to stay the exact same throughout the entire lifespan of this levy at $6.22 every 6 months. So it's a biannual tax, and it is capped at $13 million for the school, and that is set in stone if it passes for the next 4 years.
Next will be nuts and bolts, which is RJ and Al.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you guys for coming out. It's quite the crowd for what So this is nuts and bolts, as we in the class called it, but really this is the EP&O and the spread of where the money is going to be distributed. So just under 50% is going to go to teaching and teaching support stuff for teachers and just education in general. The rest is all of our school programs, so paying off debt, food services, special ed, district-wide support for technology and stuff like our MacBooks, nurses and our clinic staff, and other extracurricular activities. So I want to especially mention our special ed program because it's recognized by the state just for how good it is, and we put 7% of our levy into the special ed program. So we'd like to continue that clearly with the success it's seen. Next, nurses and clinic staff. So the state gives us enough money to keep 1.2 nurses. I know what you're thinking. How are you gonna have a 20th nurse? You're not, So that's really one full-time nurse and then one nurse once per week, was it? Yeah, once per week. So some of our levy money goes to keeping one full-time and one part-time nurse at every school in the district, elementary, middle, and then the high school has 2 full-time nurses. And then this will be in place for the next 4 years. This is the plan for the EP&O.
Yeah, so that's what's replacing the M&O. We are also trying to pass a capital levy. And the capital and so some of the main things that the capital levy are going towards are for safety. Safety is the biggest point of it, and single point of entrance for all of the schools. Single point of entrance is what is being figured out right now with the money from the previous levy, the M&O. This parking lot, this whole addition over here, as well as some expansion on the teacher lot in the very front, has all been added to Trentwood Elementary already. The capital levy is going to get enough money to pay for similar renovations at the other elementary schools in the district for the parking lot. And so the issue before was that small strip of parking at the very top, that was all the school had. That would get filled by teachers, and then some. The extras would park along And so all the students, so then the teacher would have to gather all the students, get them out of that classroom. They would have to be stationed in another classroom or or some other room that isn't prepped for teaching students for 2 to 3 weeks, or 2 to 3 weeks, while they cut up concrete, fix the pipe. If they cut the concrete in the correct spot the first time, cover it up with concrete again, and then redid all the other flooring. And so another part of what this levy is going to do, the capital levy, is to replace all of the piping at CCS and East Farms and put it into the ceiling, so it will be new pipes that won't fall apart so soon. And when they do start leaking, it will be found out and addressed immediately, and it won't cost nearly as much, and it won't take nearly as long, and it won't cause such distress to the students and the teacher. And on the right here, that is one of the air conditioning. That is part of one of the air conditioning units. That is for the middle school. The middle school uses a very old kind of air conditioner that doesn't use Freon like almost every other air conditioner that you're used to. It uses water, and it doesn't. And with Freon air conditioners, they recycle that Freon, so all it outputs is nice cool air or nice warm air. And this older air conditioning unit takes water in, uses it to cool the air, and then dumps the water out. And so it uses a very significant amount of water because it doesn't recycle any of it. And so part of the money is going to replace that one, as well as one that is broken at Trentwood Elementary. Those two need to be replaced. This one because it costs a lot of money for water and is otherwise super wasteful, and the one at Trentwood because it's broken. And so this levy will be going on for the next 2 years to earn that money for the new parking lots and for these two issues. Awesome. Next we have Alex.
So, well, first, thank you for coming, and how lucky am I to work with such a great group of students. So I volunteered this group to do this, and when I told them, I would say enthusiastically embraced it. Now, there was something in it for them, to be fair. And then after Mr. Shea came and gave his presentation on the levy, they enthusiastically embraced it. And this next young man actually stayed after class and very, very sincerely and passionately said, okay, and we hadn't decided our format yet, but he said, we gotta have a part where we talk about how come this matters. I haven't heard this before. I didn't realize there was so much that went into this, and felt extremely passionate that he be able to share what he felt. He heard what it takes to run a school district. So that, of course, made my heart very happy. And Alex has asked to share that with you in terms of his perspective from the student standpoint. And it's like you're a Walmart greeter. Right? No, that's good, Alex.
Sorry, I literally just got off tonight. So as she said, my name is Alex Marley. The reason I'm speaking today is to explain how I felt after hearing Mr. Shea's presentation on the levies, which changed my thoughts on the proposal. When I first heard about the levies being run, I saw an attempt by the district just to make more money, because that kind of seems like that's a common thing nowadays. I didn't see any other reasoning behind it. Considering I'm a senior, all the effects being made aren't going to affect me. I'm not going to be here to see them. I don't go to any of the schools in the area. But I still think that, hold on. Hold on, there we go. Sorry, I lost my spot. Passing the levies will not only help continue student development, but it can continue to help make this school a great place. I think that the levies can also help make the school a safer place because, you know, we're in a generation now where soon we'll be having kids. And if I can help and all my peers can help make this place a better place, we're going to do everything we can. And anyone else who might feel strongly or plan on voting yes, I encourage you to do the same and tell other people about it, because obviously we don't have that many people here tonight. A lot of people aren't going to be hearing what we have to say. So I think it'd be really important that if you do think this is an important matter and you do intend on voting yes, we encourage you to just let other people know, because this is something that can really help our school in the near future and the whole district in general.
I'm back. I missed all of you. The hope is that this covered most, if not all, of questions that could have been answered tonight. But if not, we're going to open it up. We're going to let you guys ask questions as you have any. I think we've done enough research on it to where we can answer most questions that should or could be asked. So yeah, anyone got? Oh. All right. Good news. Mr. Rasmussen from the district office is here. With that said, I doubt he's as qualified as me to answer some of these questions. So, do any of you guys have any questions at all?
I have a question.
Of course.
So, the levy is frozen at 622 per thousand for the next 4 years. So, from the student's opinion, do I pay the same for those 4 years, or do I pay more each year?
It's the same every year. The school is going to adjust based off of, I believe, the capital tax. So rates are lower, whatever they have to do to keep it at the flat 622.
Right, 622 per thousand. But as a homeowner, do I pay more in 2020 than I pay in 2024? Do I pay the same, or do I pay less?
It depends on your property value, I believe. If that increases, so will how much you pay. But if it stays the same, or if it stays the same, your payment will be the same. If it goes down, you will pay less.
I just wanted to see if maybe understood from a homeowner's point of view. It sounds like it stays the same, but if we take over the last 4 years, that home prices have increased 8% a year, then every year my taxes are going to go up 8%.
From what we found when we were looking over it, it was projected to go up. The average house cost was projected to go up about 4.5% over by November 2020, I believe. So it will, the total will go up, but proportionally, the tax will at 620.
And there is a cap, so you'll never pay over that 13 million for the total district. So if we ever hit that,
So just to clarify for everyone watching at home, hopefully a lot, depending on the value of your property, your house, the amount you pay will go up, even though the amount that you're paying per, value will stay the same, right? Okay. Any other questions?
Are all the improvements at elementary school, or any of them going to be within the high school?
So with the M&O, which is the most recent.
Say EPNO.
No, with the M&O that is most recent, most recently, that will soon end. Some of that money is going towards making sure every school has a reinforced single point of entry during school hours. That will happen to every school in the district. There will be the coolant, the air conditioning changed at the middle school. Not much is changing at the high school.
So to elaborate, I don't want to speak for the district office, which you can have the mic in a minute, but What I gathered from Mr. Shea when he gave his presentation to us was that safety was a very, very important issue. And Al covered that a lot with renovations to the parking lot and single point of entry. But they're making changes to every single school, whether that be keeping every door locked except for one. That I know that was a big thing at the high school. Not allowing kids to prop open the door, because that's the thing that we do here. We go to lunch, the door's propped open, we come in from the side. Obviously, it's convenient, but it's not safe, and that seemed to be a big an enthusiastic point with this levy was safety for everyone, considering the current political climate and social climate and everything that's been going on in schools everywhere else. So, yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
I know what they did do with the levy is though it didn't touch the exterior, it did every single door in the interior did get a lock for the inside of the classrooms because that didn't used to have them. So that was added and now they're branching out to the exterior doors. So there's interior locks on all the doors.
Yeah. So for clarification, there are thumb locks on every classroom door. So for instance, let's say we had an active shooter in the building. Mrs. Merkel would have had to go out of the classroom, lock the door that way. One, that's not safe for her. Two, it's not safe for us. So there's thumb locks on the inside of every door, just more protection. And then, like we said, the exterior doors, as Gage mentioned, those will be notify the office if opened, or just be safer in general, right?
So as students, do students feel safer at this school now than you did a couple of years ago?
With the interior locks, that was definitely a really good part of it. I know a lot of us have worries about that.
With those new locks, it just means if the teacher's out or not present in the classroom and any emergency happens, any student can just walk up to each one of the doors in the classroom and just switch the lock and lock it up. So, I'm sure I forgot the numbers, but Mr. Shea actually spoke about it. There was some percentage, it was some percentage safer actually having that. There were no casualties in a locked classroom during school shootings or something like that. I'm sorry that.
Classrooms that had one of those locks had zero casualties versus classrooms where teachers had to leave the room to lock it.
Yeah.
And the single point of entry that they're trying to is that walkway, right? And from how I understood it, that walkway is right there in the front door. They're going to make a vestibule there so that everybody who comes in through there has to check with one of our security guards off Levy, Bruner, Levy, and verify what they're doing in the school before he unlocks the door to let them in.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for the questions. Any more? Okay. I'm going to give it to Andre. He's going to close this thing out, and we're going to get home safe.
All right, sorry.
Go ahead and button that thing up.
All right, thank you. All right, well, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody, students, the district, you guys for coming. I know we all really appreciate it. We don't do a lot of public speaking, but when we do, it's a little nerve-wracking, even with a group like this. And we just want to say thank you to everybody, really. Make sure you all get home safe tonight. And please vote by February 11th if you do plan on voting. And if you do not receive your ballot, please contact the county elections office. And if you are interested in hearing more about the levy, feel free to stay a little longer and speak to a levy. Well, we don't have those, actually. But you could, Mr. Rasmussen, please feel free to speak to him or any of the students if you want to speak more. Yeah, well, thank you. Have a good night. I believe we can't give the teachers pepper spray for safety reasons. I think it's qualification purposes. All teachers would need to be qualified to carry pepper spray and use it properly. So yeah.